Guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. As you know that we have completed our concept displaying data in the section of templates and data mining. Now we are going to start our new concept, templates and text. Whenever you will be working in the template of an Angular component, what syntax um, will be in the template. So in this regard we will be discussing a few things, uh, how HTML will be in the template, and what is interpolation, and how we can write the template expressions, what are the guidelines to writing an expression, and the last thing will be template statement, how to write different template statement, and what is the difference between statement and expressions, and mm, as we have discussed that there are some guidelines for expression, and same goes here, there are also some guidelines for statements. So first of all, let me tell you guys that HTML is the Angular for template language. We can use all the tags of HTML except body, HTML, and base tag. We cannot use script tag in the template of Angular 4. It's forbidden. Why we can why we cannot use script tag in template? Basically, to eliminate the script injection attacks in the Angular application. So that's why we don't use the script tag. It is forbidden. And the second thing was interpolation. As I have already discussed the interpolation, so let's wrap it up quickly. As you can see that the text property name and his property in the double curly braces is called interpolation. Interpolation is a special syntax that Angular converts into a property binding. So this is a special syntax, double curly braces. What is the use of interpolation in Angular 4? The use of interpolation in Angular 4, we use interpolation to weave the calculated string value of the uh, component property into attribute assignment, and between HTML tags. As you can see that we are weaving the hero list property length property value uh, in the HTML tag span. So what interpolation will be doing here, interpolation will be doing that it will be uh, displaying the hero list array length value, uh, as you can see here. So more on the interpolation is the text between the braces, often the name of component property. As you can see that hero list is the our component property. Angular replaces the name with string value of corresponding component property. uh, as you can see here, we are also using interpolation to display the my hero dot name property value. Basically, the string value stored in my hero dot name will be displaying here. As you can see, my hero 1. So this is how we can use basically we use interpolation to show the string value, converted values in our HTML tags, and also we can use it to attribute assignment. So how we can use interpolation to assign value to our HTML attributes? Let's suppose we are having a search box here, input type text box, and its value attribute is showing its default value that was set in the app component, is basically search. And now we are just changing its value attribute using interpolation. So we'll not using the template expression here, we'll using interpolation, and we will write here some, we will show the search property value of component here, and you can see that it is doing the same thing, that it is showing the search property value of app component, and that is declared here. Here we are declaring the search property, and here we are initializing the search property value in its constructor. So this is the other way to the use of interpolation. There are two uses to assign the component property value to an HTML attribute value, and the other is to set some text, basically that is converted value, string value, between the HTML tags. As you can see that we are displaying between the HTML tags. So guys, next thing in the template syntax is template expressions. We can also write some expression in the HTML template for a component. uh, Basically, Angular executes the expression and assign its value to the property of a binding target. We will discuss binding target in the next sessions. For now, we will learn how to write the expression, and there are two different ways to write the an angular expression. One is interpolation, and the other is we can write the angular expression in double quotes. So first, we, as you can see that here we already written a little expression here, and in this expression we are getting the value of search property of app component, and assigning it as the HTML attribute value. So this is the first way, and the other way is use double quotes. If you use double quotes here, it will be doing the same thing and showing the same result. You can also use custom expression, like again perform some addition. As you can see that it will be showing, sorry, I just forgot that if you will be using as you can see that there the expression did not execute it successfully, because whenever you use expression in double quotes, the attribute on the left side of the equal to sign uh, should have square brackets. So as you can see that uh, these square brackets shows that there is a expression on its right side. So for interpolation, it is not compulsory, and using double quotes it is compulsory here. The same thing we can also do using custom expression using interpolation. As you can see that I am using interpolation, and I am not using the square brackets for this. So when I will save it, it will be showing the same value. So let's get back to our default. We are showing the default value of search here. So this is how we can write the expressions. There are some restriction in the while writing an expression. We cannot use assignment operator between uh, an expression, and we cannot use plus assignment, minus assignment. We cannot use pipe sign and and or character, and we cannot chain the expression using semicolon here. uh, we cannot use increment and decrement operator, plus plus and minus minus. So these are the guidelines for expressions, and the most important thing is the expression context. uh, if you reference a name that belongs to more than one of these namespaces, the template variable name takes the precedence, followed by the name in the directive context, and lately the component member name. Template expression cannot refer to anything in the global namespace except undefined. They cannot refer to window or document. They cannot call console.log math.max method. So they are restricted to referencing member of the expression context. So for example, as we are using expression here also to display all the heroes list here. So here you can see that hero is also defined here, and hero we can also using hero in the other namespaces. So in this file uh, the parser will consider that hero is the a reference variable here. As you can use let keyword here, so it will take the precedence because uh, because of there is nothing. If you also declare a global variable hero in your component, so while in the expression, if you are also using the same name with the global variant name, so it will ignore the basically global hero name, and this hero variable will be taking the precedence. So this is the basically concept of expression context. So expression should follow some guidelines. uh, uh, there are some guidelines as the expression mm, should not have any side effect. A template expression should not change any application state uh, other than the value of the target property. So you should not be your expression should not be changing any of the global variable value. And the other guideline is that quick execution. Angular executes template expression after every change detection cycle. Change detection cycle changes as are triggered by many asynchronous activities such as promise resolutions, HTTP request, and the results, timer events, key presses, and mouse moves. So um, on every change cycle detection, whenever you will be changing anything on your page, all the expression written in your template will be executed on every change cycle. uh, Another guideline for expression is simplicity. Although it's possible to write quick complex template expression, you should avoid them writing the complex expressions. So that's all from expressions. Next thing is template statement. A template statement responds to an event raised by a binding target such as element, component, or directive, appearing in quotes to the right of the symbols. As you can see here, we are uh, we are not currently using any any of the template statement here. Basically, whenever you will be seeing one-way binding, you will be using the template statement. uh, Template statement prefer parsers differ from the template expressions parser, and specifically supports both basic assignment and chaining expressions with semicolon or comma. So this is the basically difference between template statement and template expressions. We can use semicolon and comma to chain the statements, multiple statement uh, in double quotes. As we have some guidelines, so the guidelines are pretty much same as for the template expressions. So guys, let's do some little exercise that how to write template statement. As you can see that we have written an expression here, so let's write an template statement. uh, I'm going to capture its click event of li here. Whenever user will be clicking on li, I am going to call my uh, this function on select function. Basically, on select, as you can see that on select will be accepting object type hero. So I will be using, uh, as you can see that hero is available, as I am iterating every hero of hero list here. So I will pick this hero and pass the hero as as a parameter. As you can see that I can use semicolon here in the template statement. So this basically differentiate this from the template expression. As you can see that we have written on select function that is accepting hero type of object. We are assigning its value to our selected hero property that is also of type hero, and we will show an alert containing the hero information on select of every hero. So for this purpose we'll save it, and in the template you can see that we are binding its click event using template statement here. So let me adjust your size. So as you can see that we are passing hero object here, the hero object iterating in the hero list, and when we will save it, basically we are testing the expression statement. Whenever you will click on the hero, we will be it will showing that we have selected id1 and the name is my hero 1. Same goes for hero 2. So this is how html statements works. As you can see that I'm showing the selected hero property if selected hero property has some value, so using ngif directive. So this is it from today's video. In this video we have captured all four concepts as to how to use html in template, what is interpolation, and what are the expression and statements. So thanks for watching this video. In next video we will cover the binding types in Angular 4, how we can bind the properties, and what are the groups of binding in Angular 4. Thank you so much for watching.